This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Hi guys, welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Show. My name is Lily and today we are talking about how to know that your partner has changed for good.
Yeah, because many times we are not sure whether the change is sincere. And you're considering whether to give it a second chance, whether to give them a second chance. So let's begin by saying that we are discussing something that would have otherwise a deal breaker. And they're trying to say they have changed.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And there's a lot at stake. The frustration you're feeling, the way you feel like you're blowing up for what they've done to you,
Yes.
and you just want to remove yourself from their life.
Yes.
But here they are, they're saying they've changed. When you remember the history you've built, how far you've come together,
Yeah.
and having to start from zero, and the wonderful moments, the wonderful times, and the wonderful memories and dreams you had together, can you rely on them anymore? So how do you tell when they've changed? And we are talking not just cheating, it's one of the deal breakers. But many times it's betrayal. They betray you with their relatives. They put other people ahead of you. They put the interest of, they make financial decisions by consulting another person other than you, and you are hearing from that party, so you are learning when things have gone too far already.
Betrayal.
Yes.
Yes.
People can betray your trust even with their own family. That is
Yes.
common.
Yes.
With their friends. People can take family time away to drinking, to their girls. Or she's a kind of lady whose all free time goes to the mother. And then you are guilty tripped. So you are trying to separate me from my mother. You're married and you're still here being babied by your mother.
Yeah.
There are men who can't call their wives. The phone is always busy.
She's with the mom.
Yes. And you're not even free whether you might be put on speaker when they're together. And because it's her mother, you cannot comment.
Yeah, it's not a guy. She's not cheating.
You know.
You can't even get empathy from your friends.
You know, women and their mothers, you know.
Yeah. Just leave them.
So this man in frustration has arranged his life to be halfway alone.
Where?
Some people only partially
Married.
they're married, but the companionship is part-time.
The marriage is full-time and the friendship is part-time.
You know?
Sorry.
and he's only a man when he's performing duties. And that's why many daughters grow up and they take up the place of the mother in attending the father. Many good men are attended by the children more than the mother. The children anticipate that he's coming, food ready, what he uses and all that.
Yeah.
And then the mother begins to hate that girl. Many times it's the firstborn, the first girl.
Co-wife.
Who was that? Yes, begins to fight with that.
Yeah.
So the betrayal, we are asking whether you should forgive today. I don't just want you to think about violation in terms of fidelity. I just want you to think violation in terms of priority.
Okay.
When you get married, I want to be the first priority. Even if you had a child, I should come before the child. A sticky area again. When men came with their daughters and they had already a thing going on, and now there's this stepmom, and she's preventing me from talking to dad the way we used to talk.
Yeah.
The dynamics of getting married when one of you has children, as a child, many people who have a child feel safer dating another one who has a child because they think they're the same place. Yeah, we have had the same experience. And now you're exchanging. How the one treated me, how this one treated me, how my child is upcoming, how mine is coming up, and how this one likes, how this, did you notice this negotiation milestone? The story around children tends to make you think you are together.
Where is he going with this? I'm following closely.
You know? Until the story focuses on your parenting side of your lives, that never goes to the personal side of you, who you are. Your values, how honest you are, the kind of integrity. And society tends to brand single parents to mean promiscuous. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
So when you have a child, they don't think you are sexually pure. I met people who are more principled.
Yes.
And they have a child.
Yes.
Then another one does not have physical evidence of a child. But their life is all rotten. It would be better they got the child.
The child
They would have been slowed down.
Yeah.
They have managed to dodge
Yeah.
the bigger consequence.
Yeah.
But they are not in any way innocent. One guy said he didn't want to sleep with women lest he gets caught up in a scandal, baby mama drama, and his future gets jeopardized, and he has a dream and he wants a life, but he's not committed to purity. Do you see the difference?
Oh, it's the scandal. He wants a scandal-free
It's
life.
the jeopardizing of the big dreams.
Hey. Okay.
It's not character, it's convenience. So he decided to bite only small bites so that he's not choked. So he won't sleep with women, that's too far. But he will get some favors to, So you would go to those places where they have a massage with a happy ending. Sexual extras thrown in. Not sex itself, but something sexual.
Something.
Some people bring that to, they clean for men topless.
Yes.
Have nude. Entertainment. Extra. So he began to get those things and thinking now there are no lingering consequences. At least. And unfortunately everything went to plan. Be careful. Sometimes when your bad plan goes on perfectly.
Yeah.
You get perfectly caught. So nothing, no scandal. Nobody. He went on, married a very good lady.
Wow.
You see, those private things are very easy to hide.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Because nobody can say girlfriend or anything. So when you look from outside, no girlfriend.
No strings attached.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of them were service providers. So there was no relationship.
It was work.
Be careful. Nowadays they don't have brothels. Sex traders mixed in the legit business.
Hey.
It has combined. We have cover professions nowadays.
Okay, I really want to know how his story ended.
So he married a good lady, and he thought now that he was imagining when he starts getting sexual satisfaction at home, he won't feel this restlessness to do these things away. And unfortunately, he realized the sex with his wife felt very different from the sexual stimulation from these other women.
Yeah.
He continued, those images are so deeply implanted in his mind, they were still there. That lady's innerwear, these one's private parts, this one boobs, the other one. So he said they were playing havoc on him. And he tries to repent and cleanse himself with the holy water. You are going to perform circus. Some of these things you're doing. Now you are there and the priest, the vicar is doing extra to sprinkle. You tell him, there's problem in this head. Just exorcise that demon. So for like 2 or 3 years, he had exposed himself to all these things and gotten hooked on masturbation. After they get all those stimulation, there is the relief.
Yeah, you have to relieve yourself. Yeah.
So he realized he still enjoyed masturbation more than real sex.
Oh no. Yeah.
And he has to have those women in mind to sleep with his wife. And he lost the vibe for his wife, and because he's feeling conflicted and guilty, it drained him, that he's always anxious and, so those what we call context-specific erectile dysfunction. Only when you're at home, you don't perform. When you're out there, you're very excited.
Nobody talks about that context-specific erectile dysfunction.
Yes, psychological. The energy here, you have already contaminated it.
Oh.
Stolen sex is dopamine-driven. Passion, true love, sex is serotonin, oxytocin. It's satisfaction hormones, not pursuit and stealing hormones. Stolen bread is sweet because the sweetness is because it's forbidden. It's not because it was baked well. Just because it was stolen.
Okay.
If it's brought to the table, you start investigating the baking. If you're stealing it from the store, you just enjoy the stealing.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Okay.
So this man had managed to steal his way out but later on it caught up with him. How do you know that people have changed? When people are saying, I have changed sincerely, give me a chance and watch and see, we'll give you 3 signs to check. When you see them, you have a very high chance it's a sincere change. One, I want you to know that people can't fake character. Character is very heavy to fake. Who people are must come out somehow. Sigmund Freud, that great psychologist, said human beings cannot hide their message. If they don't speak with their mouth, their fingers will talk. If their fingers don't talk, their body will talk. Something must say what a person wants to say.
Yeah.
So character is a way of coming out, of manifesting. And the thing with when people are saying they have changed, you shall observe everything that pertains the consistency and continuity and the stability and the flow of the change they're claiming to have entered. Number one, you shall not be perfectionist to expect a switch on and off.
Okay.
That new behavior should be learned. Yeah. So if they're faking that now they have already gotten there, it's a lie. They don't even know what they're saying.
Okay.
If they have this habit of flirting and they're saying, from today, I'll never, if you hear too much, never, they just want to calm you down. A sincere person will say, I intend to stop that behavior immediately, and anything that comes up as temptation, I'll even ask you to assist me if I need help. You should hear them acknowledging that the intention is immediate, but the transformation is gradual. The decision to change is now, because I don't want you to fall for those who say, I've been that lady, I can't just walk out now, give me time to work, to wind up things with her, and I'll tell you. Let's hook you there.
Okay.
That I can't just walk out. No, the decision to stop associating with outsiders, inviting other people, entertaining, realizing whatever offense it was, the decision must be made. But the transformation will take series of different decisions now, series of behaving differently, moments of decision when I'm not even there to inspect you.
Yeah.
And we said, for that reason, you shall always give a period of a year maybe to observe.
Okay.
And don't allow the clan
That's fair.
to gather and ask you to stay and give the marriage a chance for the sake of the children. Families always talk for reconciliation. Very rare do you hear families talking for your well-being.
Yeah.
Your family would rather hear you died than you divorced. Be careful. Be careful. Because divorce brings shame.
Yeah.
Death has no shame. Just sympathy. Actually, they'll be brought some gifts.
You know, Benjamin, you have this thing of you clean out everything. You clean out everything. You're like, what's that under the carpet? That's you.
If you take time to look at it, your family would rather hear you died.
Oh my goodness.
It brings sympathy and sorry. Not divorce, because they have to explain and they are ashamed.
And divorce is ongoing.
You know, something has died and it's still alive. You keep meeting it in the road. You know? And be careful before you call clans to decide your life. They don't care about your well-being. Few people care about your well-being. The parents who tell you, my daughter, just come, are few. They are loving and they're few. And it's usually parents, not clan. By the time people are 10, they can't be having your interest, all of them 10. Unless you come from a family of angels. By the time it's an uncle, an auntie, and a grandpa, no. That perspective is so refined, comes from maturity, comes from having filtered life to what matters. Many people are image-driven, society-driven, just want to appear this way. Oh, my children have kept their marriages, there is no divorce in my family. It's all about like demonizing as if divorce were, you know. And I want you to understand that if you get back a person and make decisions because society told you, or church, sometimes it's even the brethren who tell you, you know, don't give up on God. You're not married to God.
Not even the marriage.
Please, you're not married to God. Don't confuse Christians with Christ.
That's true.
Please. When you have to make decisions about how this person is promising and what they are swearing with their great grand ancestors, give it observation.
Okay.
So when you forgive the first time, say, okay, let's see. Just leave it there. Because you may pack your bag 6 months later.
what sometimes happens, like if you had internally given it a deadline of 1 year to observe, let's say in that year somebody loses their job and then COVID happens, you know, some things that are outside of the marriage, and it looks like this person did not get a fair chance. So you give it another year. Have you seen that phenomenon?
No, you can walk out even when a person is in hospital. It's very okay. It's very okay.
Daktari.
I want you to be careful because there's something called narcissistic depletion.
Okay.
The people who abuse you when you decide to leave, they are so depleted that they get to depression and they're hospitalized. And it even becomes a pattern. Anytime you look like you're leaving, they fall sick.
Yeah.
It's called narcissistic depletion. Few people in society know it. So they call it depression because it resembles depression. They get suicidal, they stop eating, they don't show up for work, they start sending suicide notes all over social media, they start saying life and all that, and they have been treating you so mean, so badly, and said you are the worst thing to ever happen in their life. And when the worst thing is about to leave, now they're dying. So we are saying, allow people to face their life and stop owning people. When you get married, you don't become my responsibility. Your life is still your responsibility.
Okay.
So if people have made choices, bad choices one after another, and one strand of your life has expired, and you realize, you just walk out and continue, let them continue living. You're not the vendor of oxygen. Why are we behaving like you have the connection to the kidneys? Please, the mechanism of their body is separate from yours.
Okay.
So there are people who have been manipulated by those situations and people can get themselves sick to make you stay.
And even just creating situations.
And are you aware that past midlife, a lot of people have an ongoing health condition?
Also, in
Already
addition.
at hand. Past midlife. Many people have something going.
Okay.
And it becomes a very ready weapon.
We can weaponize it.
Yes, they have diabetes. Don't cause a flare-up. The blood pressure, it comes up if you stress them. Many people have a condition. And it's there.
So by the time that 1 year is lapsing, I'm thinking...
Look at their behavior about that issue. Please, don't mix COVID.
Okay.
No, don't mix COVID. If it was about flirting with your exes, some of these ladies who came with a child, they don't quite give up the baby daddy.
Oh.
The baby daddy is hovering. And because they have sweet memories. You know?
Yeah.
The way ladies keep secret make us men very vulnerable. Because she can cheat on me for 20 years and I have no clue. And you keep praising her to people and people are laughing there inside the crowd. This idiot.
Oh my gosh.
Who does he know? So, if you realize you are quarreling about the way you realize they're still communicating, a woman needs to make very big mistakes for you to catch her red-handed. She needs to make very big mistakes. So men don't go with hard evidence.
Okay.
We have a silent ongoing code. You kings don't wait for hard evidence. They're very hard to get. Women know how to cover their tracks.
Okay.
You only need a small smoke to know there's fire. Slight smell of a smoke. Not even, sometimes you don't see the smoke.
A whiff.
You realize that they're still talking when she'd say they're not talking. And she gives a very plausible explanation.
Yes.
There was a situation that side with the grandmother to this, and I was checking. Why it always passes through me? Why you didn't inform me? Because this guy has been in a situation. Whenever you marry a person who has a child, always make sure, because the possibility to get back, even when they're both of them married.
Hey, don't say that.
Yes.
Unachoma.
Yes, the possibility to steal some fun with no traces. You know, these ones have already cleared every ground. They just need to make meat, do it, gone. Other people, there's a build-up. No more people, when an affair is coming, they build up.
Yeah.
These people, there's no build-up. They've already built in the past. You only need to open the door once. 10 minutes exactly. You can even set your timer.
You're burning.
No more people don't get there that quickly.
Okay.
People have a child can get there like this. So if you don't see clear, clean cut that they stopped and you're not being played games, don't get involved. Even if you had come as far as One guy said he cancelled the wedding because when the ladies say they're going for what ladies do, bride or whatever, they enjoy themselves with other girls.
Bridal shower?
Yeah, that thing before, you know.
Yeah. Any today. Okay.
One of the ladies who came with a boyfriend who was the ex.
Huh? Oh, what? What? The bridesmaids?
You're going to enjoy yourself with the girls, right?
Yes.
Before you get married, right?
Yes.
And one of the girls apparently now is already dating your
Ex.
and she has come with him. This meeting, first of all, is not supposed to have men.
Yeah.
That's why the guy is not even going. And then she happened to leave the computer logged into the WhatsApp accidentally. Those are rare accidents by women.
Who now? The bride?
The lady, yes, she had left the computer logged in. The guy noticed the computer is still running. He had come to switch it off. His ancestors were leading him. And he saw the chats there, the photos, that there are a few guys and one of them is ex. Okay, the explanation was they were just dropping the lady and going on.
Going home.
Okay. All the explanations by women are always believable. No woman has no alibi. There's always a cover story. Very believable.
I don't know why today I'm feeling...
And if you sit to listen, you'll be carried away. Men take a while to cook.
Yeah.
And you can see him.
And sometimes men just lie
So
carelessly.
blatantly.
Yeah.
Can you even come up with
There's no creativity.
such a poor effort in lying? I mean, how can you say it is my friend's girlfriend, side chick? I'm just sending her money because the guy doesn't have phone now. Can you do better?
Yeah.
Women don't say that.
Yeah.
They come up with something really, in real life it happens. You have to contextualize that in this case it did not happen.
Yeah.
So that guy realized that at some point, another photo they were seated together, that photo they were holding.
Allah.
And the last photo they were walking out, just the two of them, into the dark.
Into the dark. Yeah, his ancestors were on point.
And he added there on the chat, okay guys, I've seen everything, thank you very much, and I'm out.
And then the lady came back with another story.
They come all of
I'm
them
sure.
saying, all of them taking blame. I'm the one who brought that guy, just blame it on me. Oh guys, how can I spoil your thing? Just forgive my manners. So they are friends to actually carry the cross. Men know, they stand no chance. If they set up a case with women will team up for each other and play the devil to clean up the mess. But he had already saved the photos, saved them because he knew they would delete, because they were deleted.
Yeah.
And if it's innocent, why are you deleting a lot? No, we realized they're causing issues, they were being misinterpreted. So,
today.
anytime a person has told you, I'm not talking to that ex, but then you realize somewhere they're getting a hookup with the ex, and they're not informing you. If there's a sticky person in our past, again we said the ideal circumstance God intended for us not to have exes. Exes are our own invention. Are we together? Okay. You are not meant to be dating, having sex with people. If this ex, there was no sex, it would be a very small thing. But because you crossed boundaries, we are talking like this because of the decay of the days we live in. It was not meant that people should be sleeping together just because they're trying to look for a spouse. It's a decay. It's lacking personal morals. So I've already excused the fact that you are sleeping with someone. Now I've gone ahead to be reduced to arguing with whether you are going back to the person you used to sleep with and you are talking to them behind my back. It's a second annoyance. People have made it look like God was crazy to close the woman's body with a seal. He only needed to close one gender because you need two of us to do.
Okay.
He was just being economical, and sometimes
men
may not look over some things quite well.
Okay.
Men were given something else to do, a painful thing.
Okay.
So if you see that he has promised, I promise, just give me this one chance or not. Say, okay, let's see. I'll hang around.
I just want to say that there are people who are co-parenting and they're amicable, but really they've severed everything. Is there a way to know the difference that they're just amicable? They go for sports day, they go for things, but there's nothing more than
If it is
co-parenting.
blended families, some place midlife where there are usually multiple children who have lives going on, blended is when we are doing usually second marriages or second something.
Yeah.
You come with children or come with children. The rules of blended families are slightly different, technically different, because usually concentrate on the connection between the two of you. Then you parent together, this side and that side. All right?
Yeah.
Depending on the other parent, how much is involved. Because now you remember it's 4 parents, now we are getting to a group. Create a WhatsApp group.
Benjamin, come slowly. Come slowly.
You got those children in someone and got married. Sometimes you go to the two people and got it. So our WhatsApp group would be more economical in terms of communication logistics. So guys, this child called is reporting to, and the parents is saying these are the details. Who is going? Carpooling. So blended families are technical.
Come slowly.
But if we are talking about this first time marrying, where you had just misbehaved and you got a kid, there was no marriage, no nothing, just got a kid.
Oh, okay.
You are still marrying fresh. Marrying fresh, the degrees of closeness we need and the degrees of energy and consideration to build a life from the ground. Blended people are usually not building, they're continuing.
Yeah.
They usually don't even merge the assets. The assets are too intricate to start transferring. Just continue managing asset management, but now we build what we have together. If we are bequeathing, I was to bequeath to this child, it's okay, I even advise you, I think that's a good thing, let's bequeath. Then we go together. Man came with his new husband and they saw me through wedding. That's how blended families go.
Yeah.
But my real dad was also present. You see the WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
Which dad is, so which one will be present? Hands up, me. Blended families are technical and they need a lot of maturity. Don't come here with the feeling.
Oh, don't. Yeah, please.
Many people don't marry again because they can't handle the maturity of blended families.
Yeah, yeah.
When I'm coming, it's a full package, you is a full package. In fact, many times I have 3 homes. The home for us two, and the home for your children, and the home for my children. And then we usually meet in the middle ground, our home, me and you. And then we visit there shopping.
Yeah.
And then we shop 3 bags.
It's quite intricate. It's quite intricate.
So depending on where the children are. But the best place about blended families is the children usually outgrow soon.
Okay.
They become independent.
Yeah.
So now you become mentors and patriarchs.
Yeah.
And you're sitting before your clan. So our clan. Today we're doing a joint Christmas. We have mail cards. Mail card number 27. So if it's the first family, you're marrying the first time, you cannot tolerate co-parenting. If a man marries you and you have a child that you are cooperating well with that guy, and he's cooperative, and the guy comes in, he doesn't want another guy hovering in his domain. I've seen a few Wazungu do it.
Yeah.
But in Africa, that's very distasteful. We usually say, instead of, there's a guy coming to my home to pick the child every Saturday, disappearing again, and then when I hear he came and picked, it's, even when it's harmonious, it's just uncomfortable. Most men prefer, do the measure of the custody with the other guy, or with yourself.
Okay.
And if it's holiday and this kid now has this, they can take themselves, that's very okay. The kid is going to there and coming. That's okay. But not when the child is so young that there are 2 men, there's another guy hovering in my domain. That home is a domain. And then when I remember you guys had a history, I don't want to keep being reminded or whatever. So we are not saying it's not possible. We're saying don't count on me. Don't date looking for a guy who will accept that. You may turn down good men, even when they're sincerely good. Blended families, okay. Beginner families, no.
Oh, okay.
Beginner families want total connection. We spend every moment building our connection, planning our life from the ground.
Yeah.
Blended people are usually on 50th floor.
Yeah.
Us, we are just starting here ground.
Yeah.
Trying to plan our first house.
Yes.
You know?
I hear you.
The second thing you shall check is, so give it, see consistency and check. The second thing is to see whether there's any secrecy in the areas that were previously sacred cows, secret areas. Don't touch my phone, I don't touch yours.
Yes.
Don't ask me where I went. So are they hiding their movements and their communications? Most of the foul play people do to you will involve some communication. Communication is a soft spot. You may never catch people red-handed again. Remember, you need to be very lucky or to hire a very good trucking company to catch people red-handed. Okay. People are not that, sometimes when you catch them, you are the one who is shocked. You are not hoping on it.
Yeah.
You are brought there by your ancestors.
Yeah.
You find yourself in the space. What is happening?
Yeah.
You know, one guy was caught by the daughter with the house help.
Uh-oh.
Can you imagine the emotional damage?
Where do you start?
You know, and the women, the wife knew he's like that, but he's staying for the sake of the children. Okay, what you stayed for has happened. What you continue to stay for the sake. Now
the children.
Look at the damage you're doing. Look at the damage. So we are saying a person who has genuinely changed, they become open book in terms of communication. Open book in their movements. Open book in what they're doing. Open book.
Okay.
When you see transparency and ease with their phones, you know they're not trying to hide something. Of course, people can get a secret phone, but how long will it go before you know there's another phone that exists?
Yeah.
If you are wise, and then they don't deny you accessing their workplace and acting like it is a forbidden ground, like it has just been gazetted. So people behave like their workplace has been gazetted, out of bounds. Please.
Yeah.
It's not a gazetted area.
Yeah.
You're able, and you don't need to come in to investigate. As long as you're doing life together, every now and then I'll need to pick an item or two
Yeah.
from you as I go.
Yes.
And you don't fear who finds me. Yeah. You should be here spontaneous. I'm around and I've forgotten this. It's okay, you can pick. Please come. And then they're happy to introduce you to whoever they're with. Or they may not even introduce you, but they're not ashamed to be seen with you. Or they don't go outside the gate there and act like they're waiting for matatu for you to meet them. And then like a drug deal.
Yeah.
Like they're peddling a drug.
Yeah.
If you see discomfort, sacred cows, areas of secrecy, shadiness, even if you don't know what is going on, they have not changed, they've just improved their cover.
That's a thing.
Some people were not done with their sins when you caught them. You just interrupted them. And they said sorry so that you can leave them alone.
And they stopped temporarily.
Yes. They paused it until they could improvise. They were even disappointed with themselves, how they could be caught.
Yeah.
So, not everybody intended to remain loyal. They just married you before loyalty, they were tested. Some people did not have resources for anybody else to want them. They did not have the exposure for anybody to want them. Some girls become beautiful after some time. So their beauty had not arrived. Some people are not visible, they had not eaten.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of stress and running around of the hustler.
Yes.
And spinsters don't cook, so sometimes they don't even eat well. When there's family, they eat regularly for the first time.
Yes.
And their body flourishes.
Yeah.
Now they have attention. This is the first time the faithfulness is tested.
Yeah.
And men can't believe that a little looks very fine, can also be very loose and immoral and having no, when they're given attention, they can't resist. Men don't, the moment they fall in love, they try to imagine she's queen, she's behaved well, because he has fallen in love. He projects his wishes.
Okay.
Not her reality. And she's there, quiet. Be careful if people are quiet like darkness. No opinion. No nothing. No conviction.
But you guys love them. They're quiet.
Because they don't look threatening. But again, you don't know what they're doing the other side.
Yeah.
It's because when a man is very immature, he doesn't want a woman who can speak her position, because he's afraid of being rejected. So he gets one who is incapable of saying no. So she can't say no to you, neither can she say no
to anyone or anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. That was an insightful show. I hope you've learned a lot. Thank you for watching. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together, because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal